In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible budget team right now in NBA 2K25 My Team. So if you guys are like myself and just starting to play the game again, or really don't have much MT to spend on a squad, this is the best budget team in the game. All of these cards are going to be under that 25,000 MT price range. Now, a lot of them will be like 15, 20k, but we will have some other cards in here that are really good for like 3 to 5,000 MT for that super budget range. But if you guys are working on a budget, this is the team that I'm striving to build myself and the team I'd recommend for you guys as well. Now at point guard, I think for a budget team, you have to have Stephon Castle at your point guard position. He's like a must have on this squad. Stephon Castle for like 20k is a must pick up. 6'7" point guard, 6'9" wingspan, and he's an elite defender. 92 perimeter, 92 steal. The defense this card provides is elite, and I've been using this card a ton in domination. Haven't really used him too much online yet, but this card just feels super nice dribbling the ball wise, Kyrie dribble style. His jump shot maybe isn't the quickest and maybe isn't the greatest of jump shots, but for a defensive point guard, this guy is elite. Now, we're really stacking this budget team with some elite defenders, including Myteam and Koulibaly. I think he's one of the better budget cards in the game. I know a lot of people like this card as well, and I've been using him a lot in game, and he is super nice at shooting guard. 6'8" at the 2, 7'2" wingspan. Another really good defensive card. 96 steal, 92 perimeter. But take a look at these badges on Hall of Fame: Challenger, Glove, Immovable Forcer, Interceptor, and On-Ball Menace. While also getting Hall of Fame Set Shot Specialist, and his jump shot's a little bit faster than Stephon Castle's, but by no means are these guys elite level scorers. They're more so here for their defense. And again, Amen Thompson under 25k, like Stephon Castle's maybe 20k, Bilal Koulibaly's like 15 to 20, Amen's like 15 to 20 as well. We're building really good defenders. Like, these three guys can all play lockdown defense. Now, Amen Thompson is probably better at shooting guard, but I like him as a small forward because he's not a great three-point shooter, at least stat-wise, and his jump shot really isn't great. I think he's another really good lockdown defender. I mean, if you put these three guys together on one single line, now maybe you're not going to have too much shot creation, but I think with their driving ability and their slashing ability, you're going to be able to clamp down so many people on the perimeter that I think having these three guys here for about 20k for each of them, I think it's definitely worth it to have here on the budget team. And now at power forward, I want to go for more of a well-rounded guy and provide us a little bit more offense at the power forward position. And I do think that's going to be the new Pink Diamond Rui Hachimura. I love Rui cards in my team. He's 6'8" at small forward, 6'10" wingspan. He can also, like I said, play the power forward position. And once again, there's not many great power forwards and centers at the budget position here in my team. So we're going to have to use Rui. We're going to have to use Amen Thompson a little bit out of position. Like, Rui is probably a better small forward, but on this type of team, I think he's going to be our power forward. But we have a really tall lineup next to him with a 6'7" point guard, 6'8" wingspan, or sorry, 6'8" shooting guard, and a 6'7" small forward. So having a 6'8" power forward might seem a little bit undersized, but I think he's going to be a really good pick and pop power forward. His jump shot is very easy to green off the catch and shoot. Maybe isn't the greatest off the dribble of jump shots, but I do think it's very knockdown and easy to time in that catch and shoot scenario. So Rui Hachimura, again, 15,000 MT, maybe even a little bit cheaper, like 10k. You can pick up a lot of these cards for very cheap in my team. And to round out the starting lineup here for the best budget team in the game, like I was talking about, guys, there's really not that many great centers at the budget position now, or sorry, not that many good centers at that budget price tag. That Goga might actually be the best budget center in the game right now, and that's kind of ridiculous to say. I will mention two names here that won't be on the bench, but I do want to mention them right here real quick: Alex Sarr and Zach Edey. If you guys are looking to get a lot better centers than Goga and the other center we'll be talking about, these are the two guys I would go after. Now, they are a lot more expensive. I think Edey's upward in like the 60 to 80k range. Sarr there as well. These cards are very expensive, but there's no real other good budget option. So if you guys want to save up your MT, or if you have more MT to spend, that's when I'd probably go look to get like a Sarr or go look to get a Zach Edey for your center position. But Goga, I think, is going to have to be here for only like 3,000 MT. He's super cheap and he's serviceable, right? He's nothing amazing. I'm not going to sit here and say he's some like demigod budget center, but I do think he's solid enough to round out our starting lineup for this budget team. Now, off the bench, I think there's a lot of different ways you could go with. I'm going to lean Topic because he's super cheap, and I want to get you guys these really cheap options as well. But I'll mention the third point guard we do have on this team, And that's going to be another guy from this unlimited set that had really good budget options at the amethyst tier, and that's going to be Keon Ellis. We'll take a look at both of these cards, and both of these guys are really good for their price tag of only like 3,000 MT, maybe even a little bit cheaper. A 6'6" point guard here, 4 toe pitch, 6'6" wingspan. Again, by no means is this card absolutely insane, but if you're working on a budget, if you're working on like only 50 to 100 KMT, toe pitch is a really good point guard to get. And also, Keon Ellis is like a mini Gary Payton. I know Gary Payton's obviously a lot better, that new Dark Matter card that just dropped, but if you're looking for a good on-ball defender, 6'3", 6'7" wingspan at the point guard position, he's got 95 steal, 94 perimeter, really good defensive badges on gold, and a couple on Hall of Fame. His jump shot is not bad on quick, it's not great, but it's also not bad. So Keon Ellis and toe pitch, I think, are two really cheap budget point guard options that I would look for if you guys are willing to pick them up. But at the backup shooting guard position, we are going to go with Pink Diamond Julian Strawther, and I've heard some really good things about this card, and he's only like 10 to 15k, which is super cheap. 6'6" at shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan, and he's an all-around really good card. I like his jump shot. He's got some very good dribble sigs as well, and this card just plays really good in game for me personally. And so does this other card at the small forward position. A card that I'm looking to pick up on my team is Brandon Miller at small forward. Once again, just like a Men Thompson, you could, if you want, play this card at shooting guard, and maybe he's a little bit better there. But Brandon Miller is still a very good small forward, 6'7" at the small forward position, 6'11" wingspan. He's also like only 15k, really not that expensive for these pink diamonds. I mean, if you guys are looking to build a really good budget team, I would strongly recommend just look in the All-Star Festival tab, the All-Star tab, and look at these pink diamonds, because a lot of these pink diamonds are the best budget cards in this game right now. Like our power forward here, we're going to talk about Matis Buzelis, I think is how you pronounce his last name. And yeah, he's a really good power forward, maybe even better than Rui. I think you could potentially debate that. So if you wanted to start him over Rui, I think you could, but for lineup purposes, I just want to have a little bit more here off my bench with Buzelis. 6'10", can play power forward, 6'10" wingspan. With a budget team, I'm noticing right now, you kind of have to play some cards out of position. Like Buzelis is probably better at small forward, but until you get to the better cards at the more expensive tier, like a Jaren Jackson Jr. diamond card at power forward, or these other really expensive cards at power forward, maybe 50 to 100k, you kind of have to use these like 10 to 15k cards a little bit out of position. But Buzelis has a 99 driving dunk. He's such a good slasher, and this card's really good offensively, while also being a very versatile defender with almost 90 in every single defensive category. He's really nice to see here for Buzelis. And now to round out the actual team, we'll talk about the last three here in a second, is going to be Derek Coleman. Now, I don't really think Derek Coleman is that good of a center card, but like I was talking about, guys, there's not many good budget centers for under 25k. If you guys want to let me know in the comment section down below who you guys are running at center for a budget price tag of like 25k and below, let me know in the comment section, because I would love to know who you guys are rocking or who you guys think are good for that price tag. I mean, Derek Coleman is by no means bad. He's not like a horrible card. He's definitely serviceable for only like 10k MT, probably even less by now. So this, I would say, is like my 10-man rotation. If you guys are looking to build the best budget team right now in the game, I would go with this type of squad. Yes, you're going to be weak at the center position, but like I said, I'd mentioned going for guys like that Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr. or Pink Diamond Star or Pink Diamond Zach Edey. Those are going to be a little bit more expensive, but are going to be a lot better at the center position. But talking about the last three spots here very quickly, like I mentioned, Keon Ellis, a really good budget point guard for only like 3k. We have Sadiq Bey, who's also like 3 to 4,000 MT, really good small forward with a very quick jump shot. I love his release. Sadiq Bey cards are always very solid budget cards in my team. And then to round out the best budget team currently in my team, I think is going to be another Amethyst from this unlimited set. We got Ron Holland here, who's an amazing all-around card. But any of these Amethysts you guys see here from the unlimited set, we have 5 of them in our lineup. They are very cheap, 3,000 MT. So those are the cards I look for if you guys are looking for the super budget team. But if you guys are looking for a little bit more expensive of a budget team, from cards ranging from like 10 to 20k, I would look at these Pink Diamond All-Star cards that I did mention. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think is the best budget team in the game? Let me know some other really good budget cards I missed off this list. Let me know the type of stuff down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.